Coming up on DU Sports.
Drury men's soccer competes for the GLVC championship, but did they bring home the gold?
Panther and Lady Panther basketball opens up their seasons this week.
We preview the season and take a look at some old and new faces.
Ashley Shear and the Lady Panther volleyball team achieved something the program hasn't done since 1993.
Swimming also starts up while cross country winds down.
All this and more. DU Sports starts now.
Plain and simple.
Hello and welcome to this edition of DU Sports.
As always, I'm John Miller, and he's Bobby Hearn.
After a dominant 16-1 regular season, the Drury men's soccer team are the 2009 Great Lakes Valley Conference champions, a first in the program's history.
The Panthers, ranked number 3 in the nation last week, hosted all rounds of the GLVC tournament, and it was a doozy. 3 overtimes in 3 games.
We were there for all the action. He wore the headset, I had the camera. Let's recap the road to gold. It's November and we're still playing soccer. Drury hosting the first round of the GLVC tournament against Umsel. First half, Peter Higgins finds Micah Horton, who can't find the ball. More from Horton later. The Umsel women's soccer team showing their support. Stephen Connor's still going to make the save anyways, though, but the ladies like the effort. Missed opportunities for the Panthers in the first half. Still scoreless now in the second. In the scramble, senior Jake Allison makes the most of his opportunity and finds the net. But you see Allison slow down, there's a whistle. The DU bench is confused. A handball is the call on Allison, and looking at the replay, it seems like the ball may have deflected off of Umsel. So to overtime we go. The Drury crowd was ready, back to the action. Andrew Bordelon tries to shoot it over Umsel keeper Tim Borov's head, and he does, but it's also over the goal. So almost 3 hours after kickoff, Ryan Swan and the men head to sudden death double overtime. Oh, didn't I mention something about Micah Horton returning in this highlight? Post-game, I am here with Micah Horton, scores the game winner. Micah, how do you feel?
It feels great. It's always great to have a game winner, and especially in overtime, you know, when it's just everyone rushes the field and stuff. It's a great feeling.
It wasn't just overtime, it was double overtime. How tired are you right now?
I'm exhausted. Ready for a nap.
All right. Congratulations, sir. Go celebrate.
Thanks a lot.
Drury University men's soccer plays for 106 minutes today. They win off a Micah Horton double overtime goal, and they advance to the second round of the GLVC tournament. Drury hosting Bellarmine in the second round of the GLVC tournament. The Panthers defeated the Knights when they met in Louisville last month off a Steve Wojcicki overtime goal. Remember that. Panthers get on the scoreboard early with a Danny Collins assist to Micah Horton. That is Horton's 15th goal of the season. He came into this game tied for the points lead in the GLVC. Horton and the team take a 1-0 lead into halftime. It wouldn't last. Bellarmine junior Brad Barraclough bends one around Stephen Connor and evens the match at 1. Only minutes later, the freshman, number 26, Jordan Beckles, kicks a grounder that just slides past a diving Connor. Drury is on the verge of elimination in the tournament, and time is ticking away. The Panthers' only hope is a rally, and with just over 11 minutes left, they find one. John Miller has the call.
In the box, Hamilton crosses past the keeper. It's into the net on the left side. Ben Hamilton ties it up, and the Panthers have new life at Harrison Stadium.
Hamilton's first goal as a Panther. Stephen Connor makes sure this one doesn't get by him, and it's overtime for Drury for the second straight game. They're ready, so are the fans. Oh, and remember what I said about Steve Wojcicki beating Bellarmine in overtime earlier this year? Look who it is. Drury downs Bellarmine 3-2. The Panthers are going to the finals. A crowd of 504 packing Harrison Stadium for the final round of the GLVC tournament. Drury versus NKU, the only team to beat the Panthers all season. First half, NKU smothering defense on Andrew Bordelon. And on the other end, Stephen Connor coming up large for Drury, and the fans appreciate it. Back on Drury's end, Peter Higgins, corner kick, rejected by the Norse. 13 total shots in the first half, none of them go in. Drury head coach Ryan Swan looking on as Taylor Stacy gets a piece of the ball Micah Horton wanted, and Horton is frustrated. Drury bench off their feet. That's because Stephen Connor makes the most crucial deflection of the game around the 70th minute. But the biggest play of the game came 8 minutes later. We follow it from the beginning. Micah Horton inbounds to Jake Allison, back to Horton, and at the 78th minute, who else but Steve Wilczewski? That is Wilczewski's team-leading 16th goal in the season. NKU keeper Michael Laverick goes down on the play. On the replay, you can see Wilczewski gets right between Laverick and two defenders. He's able to power the ball home. Let the celebration begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain off the field during the conclusion of our game for the presentation of
the Drury University Panthers are the 2009 Great Lakes Valley Conference champions. Afterwards, Steve Wilczewski and goalkeeper Stephen Connor talked about how it felt.
We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. They had a lot of chances, so did we. We knew it wasn't going to be a blowout by any means. So we just kept pushing. It felt good to finally get one in the end, and then towards the end, everyone just, was focused on not making mistakes, so it felt good.
What can you say about your defense today, and specifically Stephen Connor, save after save?
Our defense this year has just been carrying us. They're doing a fantastic job. Stephen Connor coming in his first year starting, just doing a wonderful job back there, just a big presence, and really helps us out a lot, keeping points off the board. It allows us to get some goals for our team and win 1-0 games. So,
Stephen, how does it feel to culminate the season like this?
It feels amazing. I mean, we came into the game really pumped up, got off to a great start, and on the saves part, I think that's too many saves. It's not what I want to do, but we got it done, and came out here with a great win, so it's made it through the season with the best record, and it proves to come home with some hardware.
The trophy was not the only award the team earned this season.
Drury earned a staggering 10 All-GLVC spots, highlighted by 5 first-team selections in Steve Wilczewski, Ben Neighbors, Peter Higgins, Ben Taylor, and goalkeeper Stephen Connor, who was also named the GLVC Defensive Player of the Year.
And if that wasn't enough, head coach Ryan Swan was also named GLVC Coach of the Year. The team hosts regionals, which are the first 2 rounds of the national tournament starting Friday, November 13th.
Transitioning from one locker room to another, the women's soccer team was eliminated in their bid for a GLVC championship in a 1-0 loss at Bellarmine.
The team found out Monday that their season was over for the year after the regional committee did not select them to compete in the national tournament.
Congrats, ladies, on a hard-fought season that saw 6 All-GLVC team selections, including first-teamers Nicole Williams, Sarah Colvin Fritz, and goalkeeper Jesse Sanderson.